I think there was when we looked at the film Saturday night and then again Sunday morning, I saw a lot of things that I would hope to see in a first ball game. Very few penalties. Did a great job taking care of the football. We had two negative plays in the ball game. One was a reverse. So a lot of positive things, third down conversions. Overall, 7 out of 14. And like you would expect in a first ball game, several things that I was disappointed in. I was disappointed that we had a 3rd and 2 that we didn't make. We had a 3rd and 2 on the goal line, or 3rd and 1.5 that we didn't make. Those things were disappointing. Excited that we gave no sacks up. There was one opportunity, really. Garrett did a nice job of bouncing away and throwing the ball away. I was excited about the way Garrett played. He was really smart with the ball, made a couple of really big-time throws. I thought that when I evaluated the run game, and I thought this leaving the field Saturday, but I was unsure, and I never like to tell you things on Saturday night that I think I saw, but I saw it when I watched it, was many times the front side of the play was knocked in unbelievable. I mean, as good as we've ever done it. But we didn't do a good job on the backside a couple of times. And everybody had an opportunity from guard, tackle to tight end that if we get the backside cut off, the play that ended up making 3 might have made 10 because the front side really did a good job. I was pleased with the way Mason Walters played in his first ball game. He had some technical things that we got to get corrected, but he played very physical, did a great job pulling on the wide sweep play and the inside power play. Did a really good job. Michael Huey had an outstanding game. David Snow played really well. So I was excited. Malcolm Williams. Malcolm Williams last week at this time, we had told him he wasn't going to start in the ball game, and he took it as a challenge and really played well. So a typical opener. Some things that we had no signal problems, no communication problems. So there's some things that were very positive about the ball game. Some things that we have to do better. And I think also that we're learning a little bit more about this team and the ways that we will go about attacking people. He must. Well, he was disappointed. They did not blitz us very much, and he did a great job. They brought a blitz early. He side adjusted the ball to Malcolm for a first down. They brought a blitz later. He hit Malcolm on an out route for a first down, and then they came after us in the red zone. He had James one-on-one, and he threw a ball that we call paint, where we really try to back shoulder the ball, and he did not throw that ball very well, so he was very disappointed, in that. I was also in the throw, but I was also pleased that he saw the blitz. He knew he had one-on-one. He went to the right place, but he rushed it a little bit. So, but overall, I thought for his opener, he played pretty well.
With so much more emphasis on the run game, do you think Garrett had a chance really to get in a groove with the receivers?
Probably not. Cornerbacks feel like they get in the groove anytime they throw it over 50 or 60 times, and I can say that because I played the position. So, and we will throw the ball much more than we did in the opener. If you go back and check Vince's opener and Colt's opener, we've typically started that with, hey, let's be smart with a quarterback in his first ball game. So we'll go back, and before it's all said and done, we'll throw the ball 35 times a game or so, and we need to. We need to provide that balance. So, but I thought that I really thought he played well in his opener.
Coach, do you know how long it's been since one of your teams had more yards rushing than passing again?
No, I have no idea. I could go back and check. I've got all the numbers, but
was that the plan going in?
yeah, well, the plan going in was we wanted to play from under center a lot. I think as the season goes on, you'll find a little more balance in that. We can run all the same plays that we ran the other night from the gun, so that will kind of balance out as we go. But we had really challenged the players that this is the way we wanted to play in the opener, and so You'll see more balance as it goes on.
How much more involved do you want to get the tight ends, Barrett Matthews, whoever it is, involved?
Well, I'd like to, on one of the side adjustments, Barrett also had a side adjustment, did a great job, and Garrett just chose to go to Malcolm. So, but I want those guys to be, more involved, and I think they will be as we go on. I thought in the, for Barrett, he did a good job on the sweep. Some of those plays, power play, did a nice job. Did a nice job protecting and play action when he was on the backside of certain things. So, but we would like to get our tight ends more involved.
Coach, how much of Wyoming are you expecting to see similar this year to last year?
Well, that's a good question. It's almost like playing two openers. Last year they were predominantly a 3-4 team. Almost every snap was 3-4. This year they've switched to a 4-down front, and so we have the opener. I don't think there's very limited snaps in the opener of Southern Utah playing with a tight end. So we're going to be guessing a little bit about the structure, but we do know that they've changed more into a 4-down, so that'll be different than last year.
Do you think it was a pretty telltale sign when maybe when showing the hand when they defeated two? The coaches said after the game that the defense hadn't seen very much of the zone lately. Is that just something that you guys just haven't really done a lot with yet at this point?
No, we did very little in camp. In fact, I think of 22 practices, I think we ran it twice. So it's not a big part of what we do. We will continue to carry it. In some ball games you'll see it, but it won't be a big part.
Coach, I realize you're damned if you do and damned if you don't as an OC.
Oh, really?
Yes. I realize you don't get 200 plays in a game, but can you talk about the philosophy of just what went into the thought process of keeping it a little bit more simple on Saturday versus maybe showing a little bit more of what you guys have to
Well, the idea was that we had really challenged the guys in the run game about negative plays and taking care of the ball and coming downhill. And so, I wanted to give them an opportunity. I want our linemen to have an opportunity to get lathered up and come off the ball. And it's probably a little bit unlike us in terms of the way this team will eventually become. But it was an attitude that we wanted to go into the ball game with, and the players knew what we were going to try to do in the ball game, and so we did play a lot of tempo, probably 8 or 9 snaps of quick tempo, which we wanted to do, and it was productive for us. So, but the idea was, we had talked about it, and we wanted to make sure we put it out there, and we wanted to evaluate some of the things. There was a couple plays that we ran that we haven't carried in a number of years, and we wanted to make sure that we got the backs got to see them, and we got to evaluate them to see.
Coach, what were your thoughts when Cody Johnson, you find out about Cody Johnson's injury? Because I guess Mack said that he didn't tell everybody immediately when it happened.
Yeah, I found out Sunday. Cody had a great camp, and early in the ball game, at some point he tweaked his ankle, and he kept it from everybody, and Major sent something on the sideline and put Trey in, and so. But I think that also speaks to Cody's toughness and his ability. He was in at the very end of the ball game, but he didn't tell anybody that he had tweaked it. So that part is encouraging that he was tough enough to play through it. We'd like for him to tell us when those things happen.
Coach, normally you have a 300-pound defensive lineman on your jumbo goal line, and you got little old Jared Norton back there this year. How did he win that spot, and why did you decide to go for linebacker?
Well, we just felt like Jared is a guy that he brings a lot to the table. We've also towards the end of camp we worked Jamison Berryhill and Ryan Robeson. So both of those guys will be in there at some point, in that package of plays. And I was not pleased with the way that we're better in that situation than we were the other night. We've got to do a better job of getting movement, even though it's tight down there. Well, we're